What up YouTube, this is your boy SCG Sports coming to you again with another video. In this video we're going to talk about records, AFC North specifically. So what I'm going to do in here is we're going to put each record from worst team all the way to first. Personal opinion before season start, preseason record as I see it. Mid-season I'm hoping to adjust it based on injuries. So let's start with the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to be the worst team in the division. I don't see anything they did to be competitive. I think once they cut the safety, Aloga, that it was almost like they're waving the white flag. So as you can see in here, I do have them winning the first game against the Colts. I just think Luck is going to be rusty, and the Colts defense not that good. Then I don't see them beating the Ravens, even though it's a Thursday night at Cincinnati. I don't see it. I think the Ravens will take care of them. And then back-to-back NFC South hard games. I don't see them winning that one either. Then Miami visits them. I think that's a winnable game. I think that they will win that one. Steelers, Chiefs. Nah, I don't see them beating them. Buccaneers, this was 50-50 one. I give them the L, but you know, this is a game that I can flip. I can see them winning against the Bucs. Then they go on a bye, and usually I like teams coming out of a bye, but I don't see them beating the Saints. And then going at Baltimore, another game that I think they're losing. I actually think Cleveland's a little bit better than them, so I see them losing to Cleveland. I don't think they can handle Broncos pass rushing, that front four. There's no way they're beating the Chargers in LA. Going cross country, nah, I don't see it. Then the Raiders come cross country, and Raiders are another team that I'm not very big into. So I think the Raiders will lose that game, coming from Oakland all the way to Cincinnati. I think that they'll take that dub. And then I see them losing the last two, again against the Browns. I think the Browns are actually a little bit better team. And the Steelers. Steelers, I think, is one of the best teams in the league. So, yeah, I have them as a 3-13, one of the worst records probably in the league. But I don't see, like I said, maybe the Bucs. I can see that dub. Maybe that week 2 against the Ravens because it's a Thursday night at home. So I can see maybe 5-11. That's probably their ceiling. Now let's talk about that team that everybody seems to be loving. Since they're in Hard Knocks, everybody's digging Cleveland. They have a tough first 2 games. I don't see them winning either of them. Tough game against the Steelers, even though they played them hard. I don't think they're beating the Steelers. Definitely not. I think they're taking a win in New Orleans. First win will come in week 3 when they play the Jets. I think that's a winnable game. It's at home, so it should win. They should win that game. Then I think they might lose against the Raiders. I can see them beating them, but I think they will lose because it's at Oakland, cross country. I don't like those type of games. I think they will lose to the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a little bit better than them this year. I think the Browns are an up-and-coming team, but not playoff team this year. Then you have the Chargers, and a lot of people might think like, whoa, the Chargers, they're winning against the Chargers. Check that 2 years ago. When was like the game that the Browns won? Was against the Chargers. Chargers coming to Cleveland. I think the Chargers don't play good cross country. That's why I think they're taking that W. Then at the Buccaneers, I do think the Browns are a little bit better than the Bucs. I think they'll win that game. Then they go to a rough patch. I mean, they go to the Steelers. I don't see them beating the Steelers, KC, or the Falcons, even though the Falcons are coming to their hometown. I don't think they're beating the Falcons. Too much firepower there. At the Bengals, after a bye, I do like them in that game. I'm giving the dub in there. Texas, I don't think they're beating Houston. I don't think they're beating Houston at Houston. No way. I think they're losing against the Panthers. I think the Panthers are a better team than them, so I think they're going to lose against them. I don't think they're beating Denver at Denver. I think they're winning against the Bengals. Like I said before, I think they're a little bit better team than the Bengals. And then the Ravens, at the Ravens, I think the Ravens will be playing for a playoff spot in that moment. I don't think they're beating them in Baltimore. So I end up having the Browns as a 5-13 record. I mean, that's a significant improvement. No wins last year to go all the way to 5. I think that's a big, it's a big jump. Can they win a couple more? Maybe. Maybe they split with the Ravens. They play the Steelers tough. I don't think they'll beat them, but could be. They might be able to beat the Raiders. Again, I'm not very high on the Raiders. The Chiefs for me are a boom or bust team, and it's at home, so maybe that one. So I can see their ceiling being 7 wins. Now the Baltimore Ravens. I think they'll be in second place in the division. I see them not much better than last year. So W against Buffalo. I think Buffalo's not gonna be a good team. I think, like I said, the Bengals not gonna be a good team. So that's 2 wins. Denver. I think Denver's a decent team, but Denver coming to Baltimore. I think Baltimore should take care of them. Then I think their first loss will be at the Steelers. Then they should beat the Browns at the Browns. And then I see having 2 losses in a row at Tennessee. Tennessee's a decent team. At the Saints, or Saints coming to Baltimore. I think Saints are a really good team. So I think Baltimore's not as good as the Saints. Although I can see them taking that dub because the Saints are coming to Baltimore. Against the Panthers, I think Baltimore's a little bit better team than the Panthers, so I gave them that W. Another loss against the Steelers. I don't know. I don't see Baltimore winning against the Steelers this year, although they have the defense to stop them. So they might split those games, but I give them 2 L's against Steelers in this preview. Against the Bengals, I think they're gonna take care of them again, winning that game. I think the Raiders, they will win against the Raiders. Raiders are coming to Baltimore. I don't see the Raiders winning in Baltimore. Then they go on the road back-to-back weeks, and I see them losing both. Atlanta's a very good team. The Chiefs, like I said, I think they are a boom or bust team. But considering they're gonna be similar record to the Ravens and they're going to the Chiefs, I give them that L. Against the Buccaneers, I think they should beat the Buccaneers. I don't see them beating the Chargers at LA. I don't think so. And they should take care of the Browns because they're competing for a playoff spot. Although that hasn't worked in the past couple of years, but I think they will take care of the Browns. So 9-7 is what I gave them. The Saints and Panthers, I can see them flip-flopping those, like winning against the Saints, losing against the Panthers, or beating both. I think they can beat Tennessee, but I mean, so realistically, 9 ceiling might be 11. That might be a stretch, probably more of a 10, which puts them there in the playoff hunt. They're gonna be contending. It's just depending how they're gonna take care of those teams that they should. Sometimes, the Ravens. They play to the competition, like last year against the Bears, the year before against the Jets. So take care of their lesser competition, and then maybe taking that W against the Saints because the Saints are on a row, or beating the Titans. That will put them in a good spot. So Steelers, and they're winning the division again. They have a pretty path in the first 3 games. Browns, they should take care of the Browns, and then Chiefs come to their turf. Rookie QB, not a rookie, but Mahomes didn't play last year, so they should beat the Chiefs. And I think Buccaneers without James Winston, they're gonna take care of Buccaneers. I think Ravens on a Sunday night. I don't see them losing against the Ravens, although, like I said before, maybe the Ravens might split with them. Their first loss will come against the Falcons. I think even though the Falcons are coming to their the Heinz Field, the Falcons have too much firepower. The Steelers defense is okay at best. I don't see them stopping the Falcons. And the Falcons defense is pretty nice. It's not a top 10, but it's decent. So I think the Falcons defense is better than the Steelers defense. And let's make the offenses maybe like a split, maybe evenly. We don't know what's gonna happen with Bell. So I think the Falcons will take that one. Bengals, like I said before, Bengals is going to be one of the worst teams in the league, I think, in my opinion. So they should win that one. They go on a bye. They take care of the Browns coming out of the bye. At Baltimore, I can see them losing that game, but I give them the W. Thursday night, Panthers coming to their turf. I think they will take care of the Panthers. So the Jaguars, they struggle with the Jaguars. This is a longer week for them, so they should be prepared, but I think playing at the Jaguars, they're losing that one. Then they play at Denver, I think they're losing that one too. The Steelers on the road are a different team. I think they're losing those two games. They're winning against the Chargers only because the Chargers are coming to Heinz Field. If not, I would have given that to the Chargers. And then losing to Raiders is the same reason. I mean, they're going cross country. I don't think they're beating the Raiders at the Raiders. Not because the Raiders are a good team, because the Steelers get sloppy. So and then they have the Patriots the next week. They might be looking ahead. I think they're gonna lose the Raiders. I think they're gonna lose the Patriots. I think they're gonna lose against the Saints. The Saints are a very good team, and they're going to New Orleans. And they will finish the season with a W against the Bengals. That will give them the division at 10-6. Can they be better? Sure. I think they can beat the Raiders. They can beat Denver maybe. Or the Jaguars because it's a long week. But I can see them also splitting with the Ravens and losing the division. 10-6, maybe 12 is their ceiling, but I can see them going 9-7 too. It's gonna be tight between them and the Ravens. I'm giving them the edge right now, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a good battle, like always in the AFC North. So guys, there you have it. Steelers winning the division, Ravens, Browns in third. They're not gonna be the last in the division, then Bengals. Hope you liked this video. Like I said, this is my before the season, preseason rankings of the division records. I'm hoping to do this for everybody in the AFC and NFC. Hopefully I have time before the season starts. This is not counting any injuries, right? Mid-season, I'm hoping to do an update. Well, hope you like it. Subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Just share with your friends, retweet. You can find me at SCG Sports in Twitter and in YouTube. SCG Sports is the channel. So thanks for listening, guys.